Yeah, I'm supposed to be subtracting. Yeah, so I need to subtract 20 minus 21. I can't do that without regrouping. So I regrouped and I took the number 1. This changes to a 0. 20 plus 35 is equal to 20 plus 35 is equal to 55. So 55 minus 21 is going to give me 34. And my denominator is 35. So I have 34 35s. 34 35ths. Now on this side, what I have here is 1 and 4 sevenths plus 3 and 5. Now I don't even need to solve for this one because why? There is a whole number here. We don't even have a whole number for this problem here. The number that is larger is going to be 1 and 4 sevenths by itself, not even including the 3/5. So in this case, 3 and 4 sevenths minus 2 and 3/5 is less than 1 and 4 sevenths plus 3/5. Problem C. We have 4 and 1/2 plus 1 and 4 ninths. And we're going to solve that one first. I have my whole number 4 and 1, so I'm adding them together and I get 5. So right here I have my fraction of 1/2 and 4 ninths. 1/2 and 4 ninths. I need to make sure that I find the common denominator for 2 and for 9, which is 18. So 9 times 2 is 18, 9 times 1 is 9, 9 times 2 is 18, 4 times 2 is 8. Now I'm going to add those top numbers together. 9 plus 8 is equal to 17, and my denominator 18 stays the same. My 5, I bring it right over. So I get 5 and 17 18ths. And I'm comparing to 13 18ths, 5 and 13 18ths. We know that 13 is smaller than 17, so that means that my shark is going to eat the bigger number, and the bigger number is 4 and 1/2 plus 1 and 4 ninths. On this side for problem D, we have 10 and 3/8 minus 7 3/5, and I'm comparing it to 3 and 3/8 plus 3/5. So first, I am subtracting the whole numbers, 10 minus 7. 10 minus 7 is equal to 3, and I'm multiplying times 5 because I need to get 40 as my denominator. 8 times 5 is 40, 3 times 5 is 15, 5 times 8 is 40, 3 times 8 is 24. Now I need to borrow because 15 cannot subtract 24. So I'm borrowing or regrouping. I have 2 as my whole number now, and I'm adding 40, which is the denominator number. 40 plus 15. So you always add the number that's on the bottom. 15 plus 40 is equal to 55. And 55 minus 24. Did I not subtract it yet? 15 plus 40 is equal to 55. And, whoops, I guess I forgot to. 55 minus 24 is equal to 31. So this should be 31. So we have 31 40ths, 2 and 31 40ths. Now, just looking at this number 2, this is the whole number 3. So the larger number is definitely going to be the 3, right? 3 is bigger than 2. So my alligator is going to eat the larger number. I don't even need to solve for it. I already know that 3 is larger than 2. There's no way that it's going to get any smaller. So now I'm going to turn the page. This is page 74. For number 4, it says, is it true that 5 and 2/3 minus 3 and 3/4 is equal to 1 and 2/3 plus 3/4? To figure that out, I'm going to solve them separately to see if they're actually equal. 5 minus 3, those are the two whole numbers right here, is equal to 2. Now I have 2/3, I brought that down, and 3/4, I brought that down. Now I need to find the common denominator, which in this case are 4 and 3 is equal to 12. So 4 times 3 is equal to 12, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 3 times 3 is 9. Now I have 8 minus 9. I can't subtract yet, I need to regroup. So I regroup by borrowing from my whole number. Changes to a 1. 8 plus 12 is equal to 20. And 20 minus 9 is equal to 11. So my final answer is 1 and 11/12. Now on this side, I have 1 plus 2/3 plus 3/4. Again, 3 and 4, the common denominator is 12. So I multiply 3 times 4, which is equal to 12, 2 times 4, which is equal to 8, and on this side, 4 times 3, which is equal to 12, and 3 times 3, which is equal to 9. Now, 8 plus 9 is equal to 17, and my denominator is 12, right? And I have my whole number 1. Now, I can regroup, and I still wouldn't get the same answer. But when I did, not regroup, when I did change by dividing. So I divided 17 divided by 12. 12 goes in the 17 once, subtract, I get 5 as my remainder, and my denominator is 12. So I have 1 and 5 twelfths. This 5 twelfths is going to be brought right down here, and this 1 needs to be added to the 1 I have here. So that's where the 2 comes from. So I have 2 and 5 twelfths, and 1 and 11 twelfths. They are not equal to each other. So just so you guys know, not equal. So that's how we proved our answer. For problem number 5, it says here, a tree limb hangs 5 1/4 feet from a telephone wire. The city trims back the branch before it grows within 2 1/2 feet of the wire. Will the city allow the tree to grow 2 3/4 feet more? To figure that out, I need to make sure I subtract 5 1/4 minus 2 3/4. So I'm taking 5 1/4 from the problem and 2 3/4. So my whole numbers are 5 and 2. I'm subtracting. 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. And my fractions are 1/4 and 3/4. 1/4, 3/4. Now, looking here, I noticed that I can't subtract 1 minus 3. So I regrouped and got 2, and then I added 4. Where did I get the 4? From right here. Because if I add a whole number, that means I'm adding 4. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. And I have 5 minus 3, which is equal to 2. My denominator is 4, and my whole number stays as a 2. 2 and 2/4. I can simplify this even further by dividing it by 2 over 2. 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1, and 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. So I get 2 1/2 as my final answer. So what do you think? Will the city allow the tree to grow 2 3/4 feet more? Yes. Now, number 6. Mr. Kiter wants to paint 2 doors and several shutters. It takes 2 1/8 gallons of paint to coat each door and 1 3/5 gallons of paint to coat all of his shutters. If Mr. Kiter buys 3 2-gallon cans of paint, does he have enough to complete the job? So we have 2 1/8, 2 1/8 twice, right? Because it says 2-gallon cans. So that's why there's 2. And 1 3/5 can. So now I'm going to add 2 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 5. And 1/8 plus 1/8 is 2/8. So I can put 2/8 and 3/5 I brought it right down. My common denominator for 5 and 8 is going to be 40. 8 times 5 is equal to 40. 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 8 is 40. 3 times 8 is 24. So now I'm going to add 10 plus 24, which is 34. My denominator is 40, and my whole number is 5. So my final answer is 5 3/4. Now, he does have enough to complete the job. And that is all for today.